Hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Nina Labruna, and I'm the co-founder of Phase It Beauty. We are a makeup patch brand built for the social media and digital era. So if you are on TikTok or other social platforms, you may have come across one of our viral glitter freckle peel patch videos there. You may have seen some other influential figures of our time, like Taylor Swift or Khloe Kardashian wearing our glitter freckles. Or maybe you've seen your local marathon runner or festival goer sporting one of our makeup patch looks. The way we built Phase It is different than the way a lot of other beauty brands and consumer product brands are built. When we launched, we raised $175,000 from friends and family, but we have not raised a dollar since. So no venture capital, no institutional money. And we are fully bootstrapped. However, we still had the kind of growth that most brands with millions of dollars in marketing experience. However, we didn't spend a dollar on paid acquisition until our second year in business. And I attribute this organic growth to our product. The product did the work and the marketing for us. We did this intentionally and engineered our products to be naturally shareable. I'm going to break down exactly how I engineered virality into my products so that you can apply some of the same thinking and strategy into your brands. So before Phase It, I had a company called Labruna Skincare. And Labruna had a hero product called a nourishing face oil. And this product is phenomenal. When I tell you, people who did discover this product were obsessed. They're still subscribers. It's a luxe product, luxe ingredient, beautiful packaging. But however amazing the product was, I was just having a really hard time getting people to find us digitally. And I wanted to take advantage of this social media moment that was starting to evolve, especially TikTok was just becoming really popular. I spent 4 years trying to grow Labruna organically and on my own cash flow, but it just wasn't scaling. And at that rate, I knew that there was a lot of, I was just working so much to make this grow. I was going to farmers markets weekly. I was lugging big bags with me. I was doing trade shows, and I was just hoping that maybe one person would become a lifetime user, maybe two. And I kept at it. The company actually grew. I think we were doing like 250,000 in sales at that point. So it wasn't nothing, but the input I was getting or putting in was just so vast compared to the output. And I thought there has to be a better way. Like I would love to reach more people faster. And the answer to me was social media. So, however, as much as I tried to make this product go viral and gain traction, my videos wouldn't pick up. I wouldn't do more than 1,000 or 2,000 views on a video at best. I remember being excited about this video because it got over 1,000 views. And meanwhile, I'd open up my For You page and I'd watch as other products and beauty trends would take off overnight. They were doing the same effort and putting in the same amount of work as my videos, maybe even less, but with wildly different outcomes. So there was also this trend that I saw online that later on influenced our glitter freckle patch idea, and it was a broccoli trend. So if anyone's seen this on TikTok, it's you take broccoli and you dab it in henna or self-tanner, and then you apply it to the bridge of your nose, and you get this faux freckle look. And I thought, hey, why not turn this into an immediate patch, like a peel patch reveal sensation? But beyond that, for visual aid, why not make it glittery and sparkly? Like, that's so fun. And that was the moment that I really started to connect the dots between the kinds of products that thrive online and the kinds that don't. I realized that I didn't have a marketing problem, I had a product problem, at least for the kind of company that I was trying to build. One that would grow quickly, organically, and without outside capital. My face oil was amazing, but it wasn't virtually translatable. And there was nothing for anyone watching to instantly understand and feel captivated by. So that's why and how I started making the pivot from Labruna to Phase It. So from the beginning, I knew that I did not want to launch with raising venture capital, at least not early on. I really wanted to build on my own terms, using our own cash flow, and without depending on fundraising to fuel growth. It was important for me to prove out success first and allow the products to speak for themselves. But that decision did come with a trade-off. We weren't going to have millions of dollars to spend on marketing and media ads or massive campaigns to push our products out. So instead of asking the question that I had always been asking, which was, how do we market this product? The question became, how do we make the product market itself? And I realized that the product had to do more than just work well. It had to instantly capture attention. It had to be visually understandable through a screen. And it had to make people want to film it, to post it, and to share it naturally without us paying them to do so. The idea of not paying for, or of not buying attention, but earning it naturally became the foundation of Phase It. So, in April of 2024, we launched our Phase It Glitter Freckle Patches. And the second I held that prototype in my hand, I knew it was gonna be a hit, especially for festival season that was around the corner. And we were trying to launch them in time for Coachella, but we didn't make it in time. Our products were not gonna arrive to the warehouse until after the festival started. So I did the only thing I could think of, the next best thing, and I took some previous samples that I had received from my manufacturer, and I sat at my kitchen table and I took some scissors and I hand cut die lines to make it look as close to the final product as possible. And then I found some friends who were going to be attending the festival, and I went around, I passed them out to all of my friends, and I hoped that maybe they would wear them, share them, and post them. One of my friends ended up posting a video with her and a girlfriend getting ready in the mirror before one of the Coachella days, and that video went so viral, it got at least 5 million views that weekend alone, and it caused a ripple effect online of other people who they had, received samples from at the festival also posting. And by the end of the weekend, we had sold out of every inbound unit that hadn't even reached our warehouse yet. I had to place another production order that weekend. So in all the years that I had been building brands and launching products, I've never experienced anything like it. And it was in that moment that I knew my thesis was correct. We had no paid ads running. We had no influencer payments. We had no marketing budget. I just had one friend who posted a 10-second video and a sample production that made the algorithm stop scrolling. That weekend really gave me the confidence and the conviction I needed. The product had done the job that a huge marketing campaign probably wouldn't have done any better. And what's best is we hadn't spent a single dollar. So the question I walked out of that weekend with was, what exactly made that work? And why had this product exploded and not the dozens of others that I had launched previous? There were 3 main pillars that came to mind, and ever since then, I've been designing our Phase It product launches around these pillars. They work for Phase It, but I've also seen them work for products in every category. So the first pillar is that virality is not luck. It's 3 ingredients. The first ingredient is visible transformation. There needs to be a before and after that's obvious within seconds. 3 seconds to be exact. It's probably more like 1.5 seconds, but I just thought 3 seconds sounded better in this situation, because that's about how long someone's going to take before they decide to continue scrolling or to watch your video. You need to grab their attention instantly. And the best products I've seen also have a satisfying reveal built directly into the experience. It's the same reason that people stop to watch peel-off masks or someone cutting into a cake or an oddly satisfying content of someone cleaning their house. Your brain wants that payoff. And in our videos, we follow a simple rhythm. It's a pat, press, and reveal. Within seconds, someone goes from having a bare face to a full face of intricate makeup that would maybe take a makeup designer an hour to do. 2 is having low-stake trial. The product has to feel easy to use. It needs to be affordable, fast, and reversible. For example, our freckles are simple. They're really easy to put on, they're easy to take off, and they're accessible to the consumer. It's not a big investment to try them. If a product starts to feel intimidating or too costly or overly complicated, people will hesitate, and hesitation kills participation. And the third ingredient is having some sort of built-in explanation. The product needs to explain itself. So when someone starts filming themselves applying our patches, there's no need for them to have a voiceover explaining what the product is or how it works or when you would use it. the product is right there in the visual. It's telling you exactly when, where, and how you might want to use this product. And that really matters because a lot of the time people are watching these videos on mute. So you can't depend on the voice and the explanation to really sell your product. At Phase It, if a product doesn't pass these 3 tests, it does not make it onto our roadmap. All right, and the second pillar I like to call the 3-second sound off test. So what you do is you mute your video, you watch it for 3 seconds, and then you ask the question, do you know what it does, who it's for, and why they would want this product? And let me show you how it works for 2 of our products here. So the first one is a product I had with my previous brand, Labruna Skincare. It's called an enzymatic exfoliator. And great product, again, I have it in my cupboard, I use it weekly. Doesn't mean anything about the product, this is about whether or not it's gonna translate virtually online. And when you're watching this video, you don't know, is it a cream, is it an eye product, is it a lotion, is it a cleanser? Like, why is someone gonna wanna use it? And I don't have more than 3 seconds to go into some long, lengthy scientific explanation about how alpha hydroxy acids exfoliate the top layer of your skin to ignite cellular rejuvenation and allow other products to penetrate deeper. By the time I've said enzymatic, that person's already moved on. So this first video would fail this 3-second sound off test. Now, when you compare it to me applying one of our Phase It cheetah eye patches, you see instantly what it is. It's a patch that within a moment has a cheetah design that, maybe I would wear this for Halloween. So you know the time and place, you know how it works, you know who would want to wear it, and therefore this product passes that 3-second sound off test. And the third pillar is to design for behavior. There are 3 actions we want our products to naturally encourage customers to take. The first one is to show. Our product has to look great on camera. It needs to look good in someone's hand, it needs to look good in the mirror or out in the wild. And it needs to be visually striking enough that someone's gonna take out their phone and wanna start filming that whole process. The second behavior we look for is sharing. The application has to happen in a moment where people are already out and about, they want to broadcast, they're with their friends, maybe they're at a tailgate or a festival, and they're already documenting the moment. Additionally, our product comes in a multi-pack and it's easy to share. So for example, I've been out places with my friends, maybe it's a bar, and I'll be putting glitter freckles on myself or someone else, and all of a sudden there's a line of people around me who now also want that experience. And it creates this cascading ripple effect of sharing. And that doesn't just happen to me, that happens across the board to so many of our customers. I've had people tell me that they've met their significant others, they've met friends through sharing our glitter freckles. And if a product is being used in private, like my nourishing face oil at 11 p.m. at night in your bathroom ritual with your makeup off, and you're not gonna be as encouraged to whip out your phone and take a video of that. You're not around people to share it. So those products are just inherently less shareable. And the last behavior we look to build into our products is repeat. We want every new drop to have a reason for existing customers to come back and buy again. So whether it's new patterns, new colors, new use cases, the loop has to compound on itself. We design makeup patches around so many different events like Valentine's Day or Halloween or World Cup or Christmas. Basically, any moment you can think of, our customer now has a reason to come back, repeat, rewear, and repost. If you build all 3 of these behaviors into your product, show, share, repeat, every customer essentially becomes an affiliate of the brand and almost like a distribution channel. All right, so now that I have walked you through our playbook, the 3 pillars that every product has to pass, let me show you what this has actually built for Phase It. So as I quickly mentioned before, we launched Phase It in April of 2024 in preparation for Coachella. Within 7 days, our content hit tens of millions of views, and we did over 6 figures in sales that week alone. No paid ads, no press. We just had friends who went to a festival with some samples and made a video. In October of 2024, Taylor Swift wore our gold glitter freckles to the Chiefs game. Because the product is so visibly noticeable, every photo and press article zoomed directly in on her face and made it the headline of the article, Taylor Swift wearing glitter freckles. Overnight, hundreds of millions of people were suddenly seeing Phase It across social media and mainstream media simultaneously. We did over $1 million in sales in less than 48 hours and had inbound requests from every major retailer, from every investor, from every prominent person in the industry. And over the last year, my company and I have really taken that cultural moment and ran full throttle with it. We've used it to make as many opportunities for ourselves as possible. We've turned ourselves into more than just a recognizable beauty brand. We've become an occasion brand, a sports brand, a staple in niche communities, specifically with runners, with festival goers, with bachelorette trips. We've launched in Target, in Walmart, and CVS, and we've done partnerships with some of the biggest brands out there like e.l.f. We've signed licensing deals with US Soccer, and we've dropped more than 80 SKUs. And in the process, we have invented entirely new categories, not just our makeup patch category, which we're now known for, but more recently, our hair patch and jewelry patch categories. To say the least, we like to do things a little topsy-turvy at Phase It. Most brands build a product and then use marketing to make it go viral. At Phase It, we did the opposite. We built virality into the product itself, and then we let marketing amplify what that product was already doing on its own. So what does this virality actually look like in numbers? Just to give you a quick screenshot. In the last 3 months, we've had 34 million organic views. Those are just views on our business pages, so that doesn't include content creators that are posting and going viral. It doesn't include founder content that we're posting. 94% of those viewers come from people that don't follow us, which is literally the definition of virality. It's strangers watching your content because the algorithm decided that it deserved their attention. We've had almost 7 times the amount of follower count in the last year. And we've been able to more than double our content output due to the help of an AI platform my team has built that I'll talk a little bit later on. And it's really been able to tell us exactly which hooks and types of videos that we should be making to get the most virality. It's just really expedited that whole process for us. And in a few minutes, I'm going to be inviting Grace Yang to come up on stage for a fireside chat. But before I do, I just wanted to quickly overview some of the 3 key takeaways here. One is to engineer virality into the product itself, not just into the marketing plan. If you're looking to make a product that can go viral, run every new SKU through the 3 pillars. The earlier you build virality in, the less you'll have to chase it later on. 2 is to pass the 3-second sound-off test. Mute your videos and watch for 3 seconds. The products that go viral are the ones that you can see what it is, who it's for, and why someone would want it. Try making a sound-off video with your product. If you can, great, you have a product ready for the feed. And if not, and if your goal is to make a product go viral, you might need to rework that. And 3 is to build a show, share, repeat loop into every SKU. Every organic viral product gives the customer a reason to film, a moment to film in, and a reason to come back. When the loop is in the product, the customer automatically runs it for you, and you don't have to completely rely on outside paid media. Appreciate it, everyone. Thanks for the time.